Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back with the next review of the Fangoria challenge. And this time we watched The Other. As you can see, this Blu-ray right here is the Spanish release of the film. The US DVD release is out of print and pretty pricey. This Blu-ray, though, does of course include the original English language version. The only thing that's Spanish about it is the title here on the cover and the menu. And despite being released in Spain, this Blu-ray is all region and plays in US players. According to Fangoria, The Other is one of the 101 best horror movies you've never seen. In fact, the first time I learned about The Other was in this book. Here's its entry right here. The Other is a 1972 horror film, directed by Robert Mulligan. The screenplay was written by Tom Tryon, based on his novel of the same name. The Other also stars a very young John Ritter in a small role. It is set during summertime, in a small American farming community in the 1930s. A series of gruesome and deadly accidents plague the town, and all seem to revolve around twin brothers Niles and Holland. They live with their extended family, including an aunt, an uncle, cousins, their mother who is traumatized ever since their father's death, and their grandmother. The boys like to play something simply called the game with their grandmother. I won't explain the game to you though. I don't want to spoil it, and it's a significant aspect of the movie. As a matter of fact, an alternate title of The Other could have been The Game, or simply Accidents. Trust me, the game is important. Are the gruesome and deadly accidents plaguing the town actually murders? Do Niles and Holland have anything to do with them? But the biggest question of all that arises about this film, is The Other as good as people claim? Since first reading about this movie in this Fangoria book, I've heard nothing but great things about The Other. So, as you can imagine, going into it, there was a lot of hype around it, and it was a first-time watch for both me and Jason. Well, I can tell you confidently, we both absolutely loved it. Once again, this Fangoria list continues to impress. From the small farming town setting, to the great performances, including the child actors, to the way the accidents are shown. The Other is a brilliant film. It's also worth mentioning there is a really good scene that takes place at a carnival. I love carnival scenes in films, and this has a good one. I know I didn't explain much about this one, but it's pretty much all I knew about it before I watched it. And because I enjoyed it so much, I don't want to in any way diminish your viewing experience. I remember when the DVD of The Other was first released, years after this Fangoria book. I was initially very excited to finally be able to pick it up after having read about it. But for some reason, no matter how many times I saw the DVD in stores, I never bought it. And, well, you know how that goes. When I finally decided I wanted it, it was out of print and I couldn't find it anywhere. Now, after having finally watched my Blu-ray copy here, I decided to scour the internet for a VHS copy. Turns out, those aren't cheap either, and they're not easy to come by. I did, however, come across a reasonably priced copy, and it was in good condition, so I pulled the trigger. By the time you see this video, I should hopefully already have it in hand. And my relatable recommendation is The Good Son, in which The Other is actually referenced. The Good Son is a 1993 horror film, starring Macaulay Culkin and Elijah Wood. Although I wouldn't call it obscure, I would definitely say it's underrated. And oh boy, that ending, it's hard to forget. Have you seen The Good Son? And more importantly, have you seen The Other? Comment below and let me know. Also, please be sure to check out Jason's review. What will we watch next? Check back soon to find out. Thanks for watching, guys. hit that thumbs up and, be kind, subscribe.